Hello reception. Today's learning is all about a new digraph, and this digraph is You might be thinking, I know that digraph. I've seen it last week. I've learnt it already. Yes, but the thing is, this digraph, TH, last week we learnt it as a but this digraph can make two different sounds, quite similar, but they are different. One is, we learnt that last week, but this one is, so in some words, a T and a H makes a sound, and in other words, it makes a sound. It's a bit more tickly on the tongue. I've brought a yellow word along today. So here, can you spot where the digraph is in this yummy yellow word? Beginning, middle, or end? That's right. It's at the beginning. So if I was going to draw my stretchy sound buttons and my dots, I would this. I'm going to share my screen with you now. I should have a special PowerPoint all about our new digraph. So we've learned that two letters that join together to make one sound are called digraphs. And we've got our flashcard. So our digraph on the back of our flashcard, you can see it's got our picture, this and that. So if I was going to do my little action that goes with I would say this and that and point to something different. This and that. That helps us to remember the phrase. When you have an action and a sound and a phrase, it all helps to learn that the TH is a So here we have some words with our sound buttons. So at home with your grown-up, see if you can tell your grown-up where can you spot the digraph. Is it at the beginning of the word, in the middle, or at the end? You might notice that our is in italics, is slightly slanted, bending over, and that's just to show you that it's a bit different from our sound. So we've got three words. I'll blend them for you. My turn, your turn. It's this. Your turn. Well done. Next one. At that. Brilliant. My turn. With. Your turn. Well done. Remember, you have to stick your tongue out to make this digraph sound. Most children will say with a V sound, so you'll need to practice that with the tongue sticking out for your TH digraph sound. With. It will take a lot of practice. So here we have some words without their sound buttons. So if you could print this page in the PowerPoint, you can practice drawing the sound buttons at home, or your grown-up could write the words for you. So with the word with, we'd have a dot for the W, a dot for the I, and a stretchy sound button for our digraph. So don't forget to draw the sound buttons first and then blend the word afterwards. This is really good practice, and it helps children to identify where the digraphs are within a word. Otherwise, children will see those letters as separate sound units. For example, t, at, to hat doesn't make sense if you try and blend the sounds as separate sounds. Whereas if you blend them as in their sound units with the digraph, at, that, it sounds much better. And we have in your activity packs, in your resource packs, you will find this activity. It's also on our blog. So this is really good to practice drawing the sound buttons and blending the words, because some of them are real and some of them are nonsense. And you need to choose a colour for the real words and a different colour for your nonsense words. And then you pick a word, you draw the sound buttons, you blend it, and you decide, is it real or nonsense? Will I colour it one colour or the other? So if I was going to choose this word, voth, does that make sense? Do you know what a voth is? I don't. I think it's a nonsense word. So you would colour that in the colour that you've chosen for the nonsense words. Grown-ups, you might think, what's the point of this activity? Well, it really helps the children when they're blending. Have they blended correctly? Does that word make sense? It helps them to hear whether they have blended words correctly or incorrectly when they are reading. So it's a really good activity to do. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and come back. So today's learning is all about our digraph, this and that. This and that. Bye, reception.